What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great day. I know my day is it's going well, pretty good. And hold on, let me just pull over real quick. I know you guys are probably panicking, or at least some of you, like, oh, he's driving and talking on his phone, or even worse, shooting a video. But I don't want you to get that taken away from the message today, so I'm gonna pull over. But anyways, the reason for this video is because 2 days ago I sent a post out and I asked what are the challenges that people are having for achieving their goals. And I heard a lot of different things. You know, it's harder to get up in the morning because I have to get up at like 4:45. You know, it's hard for me to get to my self-defense classes because, you know, it's further than it was before, and so on. So I wanted to share something with you that through video. I know I did try to respond to all of you, but it's not always the easiest through text. So I wanted to shoot this to show you, or to tell you a little bit more in depth of what helps me. Okay, now I don't claim to be any guru or, you know, a doctor or anything like that. I can just tell you things that I've read that have helped me, that I've applied to my life to help me through those times of struggle. Okay, so I know it might be hard for some of you to believe, but it is not always easy for me to get to the gym. Okay, whether it is busy schedule, you know, just life gets in the way, you don't feel like going that day, you're not motivated, maybe you're really super sore from, you know, a workout, and just going to do more just seems like, man, it's going to be even more painful. And your mind will always lean towards getting and avoiding a pain. So, you know, you can't rely on your mind always making the best decision for you. Okay. So while I was at the gym today, it just made me think of shooting this video for you, because, you know, during that time I think about why I'm there. What is my purpose? You know, now back in the day, it used to be because I wanted to be a better athlete. I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to be healthier. It was also a great way for me to help clear my mind. It was, you know, I say it's cheaper than therapy, right? Is to get to the gym, just put your headphones on and, you know, suffer through workouts. And as we're going through that, you know, back then that was my motivation, and it was very superficial. It's very selfish in some ways too, to have that type of motivation. It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing, it's just that's the way that it was. But about 7-8 years ago, my motivation totally changed for the gym and my diet, because those of you that may or may not know that my motivation now is my dad. Okay, and the reason that he is my motivation is not what you might think of, because he kind of got me started back when I was little, but because he passed away at 52 years old. Okay, and that was about 7-8 years ago now. And the reason for his passing was 100% based on the decisions that he made. See, my dad was full life. He loved hanging out with everyone. He loved his family, loved his kids, and, you know, he was just the best to be around. He was funny, and anyone that knew him would back up that part of the story. So with all that though, my dad was also very, very stubborn. The last time he went to the doctors was like 13 years old, and he burnt his hand on his go-kart, and my grandmother made him go. And again, he, as much as he was in the gym back in the day, he also lived by, he's gonna live his life the way that he wants to live. So he didn't watch what he ate. My dad was old school Italian, ate whatever the hell he wanted, you know, pastas, breads, olive oil, etc. You know, he drank way more than he should. He smoked, and as much as I would try to help him over the time to try to break some of those habits and do what he wanted, he's just like, you know. And I'm like, you got to start making some changes. Eventually, it's gonna catch up to you. And he's like, no. So, anyways, what you may not also know is not only did my dad die at a very young age of 52, which is very surreal for me even to this day, is that I was there when he passed away. Okay, not when he officially dropped from his heart attack. I was 2 blocks away, and we rushed there. And when I got to their place, he was laid out on the floor. The EMTs were already there working on him, and all that. Anyways, it was very, very surreal. It was a pain that I deal with on a daily basis, and it was something that I know that my family still deals with. My sister takes it hard, my brother, my mom, and it's something that we deal with on a regular basis. And I always promised myself now that I would never want to put my family, my wife, my kids in a situation to have to feel that pain that we feel on a daily basis. That challenge now that goes on in the family of, missing him at special occasions, missing him at kids' birthday parties and, his grandkids, and he loved them to death. And I think of those memories and things that he's now not a part of because of his stubbornness or his lack of discipline to achieve the things or do the things that could have put him in a better health state. So when I now feel like I don't want to go to the gym or I don't want to eat clean or eat a healthier meal, I think of that pain that, I go through and that my family goes through because of his passing, and it helps motivate me to get my ass to the gym and to not eat those certain things that I know are going to be bad for me. And it also helps motivate me to help others change their life through the benefits of health and nutrition, because I don't want that ripple effect to, God forbid, happen to them or to their loved ones. So again, that's more of my passion and my purpose now, and why I try to do what I can to help people in that area. And I want to encourage you now to take that pain that, I have felt, that experience, and use it as motivation for you. Think about the decisions that you are failing to make or lack of motivation that you're having, what it will do for you. Like, how are you representing for your kids? Are you going to let them grow up and just make decisions based on, a feeling? Well, if I feel like it, Dad, I'll do it. If I don't feel like it, I'm not going to do it. Is that really the way that we want our kids to grow up? But that's how we're living too. I don't feel like going to the gym today. I want to stay in my nice cozy bed. It's comfortable, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So is that how you really want to do it? Is that your passion? Is that your purpose? That you want to, go to the gym sometimes only when, it's convenient or you feel up to it? See, again, you have to have a bigger purpose, a bigger why. Why do you want to get more physically fit? Why do you want to go to your self-defense classes? You know why? Because if you don't go, you might miss a class that might have taught you something that was very important, and God forbid something pops off and you needed to defend yourself, or you've seen something that could have potentially put harm onto your family, and you were able to recognize it ahead of time to take your family away from the danger before something bad happens. But you weren't able to do that because you didn't feel like driving a little bit extra. You didn't want to take that extra time out to do what you wanted to do. So you need to think ahead of those times with what you're trying to accomplish, and it has to come true. It has to be like something real in your mind. You have to visualize those things happening. I have to visualize myself having a heart attack on the floor with all of my family around and them having to deal with that. Now, let me tell you, that is so much motivation and such a big purpose that when I don't feel like going to the gym and I think about that, I put myself literally on that floor with my family around like I was. It is a really, really shitty feeling. And I don't want that to happen in my life, again, to my wife and my kids and my family and so on. So that is my new motivation, again, as of 7-8 years ago. It is, also to help me mentally and so on. But the reason now is much greater. The purpose for me training now is so much greater that I'm less likely to cave during those times where I feel very, very weak, okay? And again, I don't tell you this story to, feel horrible or to ruin your Friday or anything. That's not my mission here. My mission is to show you that you need to have a bigger passion or purpose for what you're setting your goal for. It can't be just a superficial reason. It has to be something bigger than that. And then what you have to do then next is see the negative aspect happen. See, so many times we see ourselves being in better shape and this and that, but we don't see the negative side of it. We don't see, well, what if we don't do this? How is that going to affect us, maybe now or a long term? Okay, because I can promise you that neither one of my family members, nor my father for that matter, ever thought that he was going to die so young. Okay, so life has its unpredictability and you never know. So don't take it for granted. Find your passion, find your why, and then go set those goals based on that. Visualize it coming through on a positive side, but also think of the negative side of it, where if you don't go and follow through, what are the possible outcomes? And I think that will help change the way you look and achieve your goals. I know it definitely has helped me tremendously. So again, guys, I hopefully I didn't ruin your weekend with a little sad story and everything like that. That was not my intention. I just wanted to share some life experience that I've had and how it affected me, and what my bigger reasons are now for, eating healthy, working out, and also the passion to help others. If you have any comments or if this helped in any way, please put them in the bottom. Feel free to share this if you got some takeaways too. I know it's longer. I wanted it to be much shorter, but I wanted to get everything out so you could really get a grasp of how to better yourselves. And if this helps in any way, again, me talking about it was totally worth it. So again, guys, have a great weekend. Leave any comments. I'd love to hear from you to see if these videos are hitting home for anyone. If it helps even one person, it was totally worth it. Take care, guys. And again, if you need anything, reach out. I'll do the best that I can to help you in any way I can, if possible. Have a good weekend. Bye.